So, let's dig into the central thesis of the book. Joey argues that urban environments are not just concrete wastelands, but rather thriving ecosystems filled with what he calls weedy warriors.
Right? And he emphasizes this idea that we need to shift our perspective. Instead of seeing these plants as nuisances, we should recognize their adaptability and resilience.
Totally. I mean, the man's got a point. He cites that 80% of the world's biodiversity is found in urban areas. That's wild, right?
Yeah. And he's got this fascinating quote where he says, concrete is just another habitat. It's kind of mind-blowing when you think about it.
For sure. And one of the most striking examples he gives is about dandelions. You know, those pesky yellow flowers we all know too well.
Right? That's like the universal symbol of I'm here to stay. He points out that dandelions can grow in the most inhospitable urban environments, and they're even edible.
Exactly. He talks about how dandelions are rich in vitamins A, C, and K. I mean, who knew we could be munching on our lawn?
Honey, I made a salad from the backyard. But seriously, it's a great example of how we can reframe our relationship with these plants.
And speaking of reframing, did you see how he discusses the incredible adaptability of plants like the Japanese knotweed?
Ah, yes, the plant that takes over everything. But he makes a compelling argument that despite its invasive reputation, it's a symbol of resilience.
So, do you think he's romanticizing it a bit? I mean, invasive species can wreak havoc on local ecosystems.
That's a fair point. I mean, yes, they can be resilient, but isn't there a fine line between adaptability and destruction?
Maybe. But I think Joey's intention is more about celebrating the toughness of these plants rather than ignoring the damage they can cause.
That makes sense. And who wouldn't root for a plant that thrives against all odds?
Exactly. And Joey even brings up the example of the common bluebell. It's like the underdog of the plant world. He showcases how they can adapt to urban areas and even provide habitat for pollinators.
Plus, he mentions that they can actually help reduce air pollution. It's like they're the superheroes we didn't know we needed.
Right? And speaking of superheroes, I can't help but think of all the superhero movies where the hero has to overcome their environment. It's like a plant version of Spider-Man into the Spider-Verse.
Right? Into the plant-verse. But really, the book highlights a key takeaway. If plants can adapt and thrive in adversity, maybe we can learn something from them.
And that's a great segue into how we can apply this to our lives. What if we all adopted a concrete botany mindset, embracing adversity and finding ways to grow despite our challenges?
Exactly. It's about resilience, adaptability, and even finding beauty in the unexpected.